Across their comedy careers, Jon Stewart and Robert Smigel have taken wildly different approaches to topical humor. Mr. Stewart, as the host of The Daily Show, honed a pointed, partisan perspective that rooted out hypocrisy in current events. Mr. Smigel has developed a gleefully unmannered voice that he's used to send up politics and pop culture on shows like Saturday Night Live, and as his trash-talking puppet creation, Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. The two friends recently spoke about their views of the current political moment as they prepare for their annual comedy concert, Night of Too Many Stars, America Unites for Autism programs, to benefit Next for Autism, which creates and supports school programs and services for people with autism. This year's event will be held on Saturday at the theater at Madison Square Garden and broadcast live on HBO, with a lineup that includes Chris Rock, Stephen Colbert, Adam Sandler, Abby Jacobson, and Hassan Minhaj. This interview occurred before the New York Times published a report on the sexual misconduct of Louis C.K., who was scheduled to perform at the benefit. HBO has since announced that he has been dropped from the lineup. In a statement provided after the interview, Mr. Stewart and Mr. Smigel said, "It's obviously very upsetting, and we hope the victims are finding some solace. We're thankful that the culture's finally changing and allowing them to feel safe enough to speak out." The show comes at a challenging moment for comedy, which is having a hard time preserving an inclusive, big tent spirit when performers feel compelled to express their personal politics in their work. Mr. Stewart and Mr. Smigel got together recently to talk about Night of Too Many Stars and how comedy has been affected by internet culture and polarization. These are edited excerpts from that conversation. When did you two first meet? Jon Stewart Hebrew School. Robert Smigel Summer Camp. We were in Godspell together. I think I met you at an SNL party. Stewart: those were always the parties that you'd walk outside and go, "It's light again." Smigel: the first benefit my wife, Michelle, and I did for NBC was in 2003. Everybody who does the show, they're happy to help and I'm very grateful. Jon was really curious, and when I told him why this exists, it was because my son Daniel couldn't get into any kind of school that could help him at that age. Stewart: when you see people that you admire, you have this idea that they can solve anything that comes their way. To hear about what he was dealing with and how much they had to move heaven and earth, just to get basic necessities, it was shocking. Are you concerned that the political leanings of some performers, Stephen Colbert, John Oliver, might discourage some of the viewers you're trying to reach? Smigel: hopefully people won't take it out on people with autism. Stewart: I didn't like that joke, so this school goes unfunded. Smigel: we're going to try not to be too divisive. Is it harder now to put together a comedy event intended for a wide audience? Is it possible to be a comedian without a political point of view? Stewart: old man voice: it was a simpler time.